Immediately I thought, well, wait, why do you need to see me at 7 o'clock on a Tuesday night? And she says, well, there's some abnormalities in your blood work. I really didn't understand much of anything at that point. Immediately, it was like a gut punch. By all aspects, pretty normal childhood. Played sports, played Little League, was in the Cub Scouts, went to elementary school here and high school. My parents were very hard workers, and they've always worked 2 jobs, so they were the kind of people that weren't really looking for help with anything, and so they would rather just work harder and earn the things that they needed. So we grew up kind of with that same kind of mentality. Just get to work and do what you need to do to get what you need. I've considered myself to be an athlete my whole life. Since I was a kid, I started running when I was maybe 12, and I'm 40 now, so I've been doing it on and off for a very long time. And there's always been times where you pause. You have a baby, you take a couple of weeks off, you do this, you do that. So I wouldn't ever say I ever stopped running. I just pause for a few weeks. It's a very restorative thing for me. So a lot of people look at running as a punishment because they grew up that way. It was always a punishment for things. If you're ever an athlete, I never looked at it that way. It was always a reward for me. If you were a track athlete and you ran because you really loved it, it's a totally different story, And that's where I come from. Up to that time, I had 3 stitches in my whole life. Never a broken bone. Never a bad physical. Never any physical issues other than seasonal allergies. I was by all means probably the healthiest person most people knew. The fact that it just seemed so random was a little bit scary. Like, where did this come from? And nobody could really give a good answer. October of 2017, I was 38 years old at the time, and I had never been to the eye doctor. I was noticing that in the afternoons I was getting headaches, my eyes were getting a little tired, and I had these odd white blurry spots in my left eye. So I thought, well, that's probably not right. I should go to the doctor. Never been to the eye doctor, but I should get there. So schedule an appointment, go see the eye doctor, and he says, well, you have these little cloudy masses in the back of your left eye. You should go see your family doctor and maybe have some blood labs done. I'd never done that before, and so I thought, well, all right, that's a good idea. So I went to my family doctor, had some blood labs done, thinking that maybe this is like a pre-diabetes type thing, something like that. And 2 days later, my family doctor calls me, and it's a Tuesday night, and it was snowing out, I recall. And she says, can you come to the office? I want to talk to you about your blood labs. And immediately I thought, well, wait, why do you need to see me at 7 o'clock on a Tuesday night? And she says, well, there's some abnormalities in your blood work, and there's some indicators that make us think that maybe there's something cancerous going on inside of you. And I really didn't understand much of anything at that point, but I did understand the word cancer, and immediately, it was like a gut punch. And had a little bit of a breakdown, and kind of collected myself and got off the phone and talked to my wife a little bit, and tried to comfort her. And we were both kind of just dumbfounded, didn't really know what to do, what to expect. So I really don't understand how anybody could go through a cancer diagnosis and treatment without a good support system. Michael Hayes, Dr. Hayes, he really gave me a good direction and focus for my anxiety, and helped me to pick it apart, work my way through it, and get my focus back to that, let's get to work attitude again.
Well, thank you. Shall I go to hair and makeup?
Yeah.
If we're going to hair, that's going to be a while. A wig would work. informally, I always refer to myself as my name's Michael. I don't know if that's what you're looking for, or Dr. Michael Hayes.
Whatever you prefer.
Sure. So my name is Michael Hayes, and I'm a psychologist here at the Medical Center working in the Cancer Institute with folks who've been diagnosed with cancer. The mood, I would say, was incredibly somber. The gravity, not lost on them. At the same time, a sense of resiliency and let's figure out what needs to be done in order to do our best to fight this. Along the way, he's also taught me something incredibly valuable, and that's this notion of being where your feet are. Faced with this diagnosis and the potential for his life to be cut short much earlier than he would hope or ever dream of, the wisdom of always being where your feet are helps to ground him. So while he might worry about the future and what the future is going to hold, that's not where his feet are. His feet are right here, right now. And really poignant, touching that prior to his diagnosis, how many times did he sit on the sofa, but yet he was really a million miles away in a business meeting or thinking about some other concern. And he said now with this diagnosis that when he's on the sofa, it's like his feet are there, he's there.
I still go to a group therapy session once a month. I meet with him occasionally whenever I need to for some individual talk. But it's really opened my mind up to how strong mentally I really am. I always felt I was a strong person mentally, but this has really showed me how much stronger I am than I thought. Running is one of those things where you get to accomplish something every time you go out the door. Whether it's running a mile or 100 miles, you can say, I'm going to accomplish that. And I think that is another thing that has helped me with cancer treatment. It's that, all right, well, I'm going to take the pill every day, and that's going to be something. I'm going to go in for an infusion in 2 weeks, and that's going to be something. It's scary. It's scary every day if you let it be scary.
I would say Jason is one of those individuals that anyone would want to have as their ideal student or patient. Clearly motivated and willing to roll up his sleeves, put on his running shoes, and do what was necessary. His preparation as a distance runner really served as a wonderful foundation for him to know what it's like to face a very real challenge. I remember him telling me about running with Jessica, and he was on an incline going uphill. Partway through the hill, the burn started setting in his body, where you might imagine, gosh, let me back off here, let me slow down. Jason, being who he is, thought, let me press, let me push to get to the top of the hill.
My name is Jason Barlup. I'm a father of 2 children, Henry and Eleanor. I have a wife named Jessica. I have cancer, but I'm not letting it define me. Let's get to work.